10 years after Blockbuster hit the red button on its own demise, the story still captivates. Imagine this: Blockbuster, once the titan of movie rentals, with 9,000 stores and a jaw-dropping $6 billion in annual revenue. Then enters Netflix, the young upstart with a bold vision of online entertainment. It's a classic tale of David versus Goliath, with Blockbuster holding the heavyweight belt. But, as they say, never judge a film by its poster. Rewind a few years before Blockbuster's final reel. Blockbuster had Netflix on the ropes. It had the power, the reach, everything it needed to emerge victorious. So, what happened? Blockbuster dropped the ball, big time. Despite having Netflix in a chokehold, it failed to adapt, stuck in the VHS era while Netflix soared into the digital age. While Blockbuster clung to its brick-and-mortar model, Netflix was busy rewriting the script with its online platform. It's like bringing a DVD to a streaming party. No one's interested. Blockbuster had the sword, but it tripped over its own feet. Meanwhile, Netflix seized the moment, becoming the disruptor that rewrote the script of entertainment history. Blockbuster laughed off Netflix, but did they miss the memo? Back in the day, Blockbuster had all the cards, holding the throne as the king of movie rentals. But when Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings, Netflix's dynamic duo, knocked on Blockbuster's door offering a golden ticket out of rivalry for just $50 million, Blockbuster did the unthinkable. They laughed them out of the room. Imagine turning down the chance to acquire what would later become a $213 billion streaming giant. Instead of sealing the deal and making Netflix their online arm, Blockbuster scoffed and sent them packing. Big mistake. Sure, Blockbuster had the upper hand in negotiations, but Netflix wasn't playing by the rules. Everyone, and I mean everyone, was fed up with Blockbuster's antics. Late fees? A whopping $800 million collected in 2000 alone. It's no wonder customers were jumping ship faster than you could say, new release. Netflix saw an opportunity and seized it with both hands. No late fees, no hassle, just DVDs delivered straight to your door, and all at a flat rate. It was a game changer. And guess what? People loved it. Within 3 years of Blockbuster's snub, Netflix had over 1 million subscribers. Talk about a swift kick to the Blockbuster ego. By the end of 2006, Netflix had amassed a whopping 6 million subscribers. Meanwhile, Blockbuster was left scratching its head, wondering where it all went wrong. As Blockbuster caught wind of Netflix's rising star, the game was on. In 2004, with Netflix's revenue soaring to $500 million, Blockbuster entered the ring with its own online DVD subscription service, Blockbuster Online. It was a move that caught everyone's attention, including Netflix CEO Reed Hastings, who quipped that Blockbuster had thrown everything but the kitchen sink at them. And yes, they even sent a literal kitchen sink. Blockbuster Online hit the ground running, snagging over 1 million subscribers in less than a year. By the end of 2006, they had doubled their online base to 2 million subscribers. While still playing catch-up to Netflix, Blockbuster was gaining momentum, matching their growth stride for stride. But Blockbuster had an ace up its sleeve, Blockbuster Total Access. This innovative program allowed online subscribers to return DVDs to their local Blockbuster store and swap them for another DVD for free. It was a game changer, one that Netflix couldn't quite match. In 2007, Blockbuster's strategy seemed to be paying off. Netflix took a hit, losing 55,000 subscribers in 1 quarter while Blockbuster's base continued to swell. Mark Randolph, Netflix's co-founder, admitted it was a nerve-wracking time for the streaming giant. Blockbuster had finally unleashed its full might, combining the convenience of online streaming with the familiarity of brick-and-mortar stores. Enter the tech gurus, Peter Kafka and Ronnie Molla, dissecting this epic showdown in a recent episode of Recode's Land of the Giants, the Netflix effect. The burning question? Could Blockbuster have really outpaced Netflix? Blockbuster's resurgence was undeniable, but there was a fatal flaw in their plan. While Blockbuster was busy reviving its online presence, Netflix was already setting its sights on the future, streaming. Netflix wasn't content with DVDs by mail. They were laying the groundwork for something bigger, something revolutionary: streaming. And when Netflix rolled out its streaming service, it changed the game forever. Blockbuster's demise wasn't a sudden collapse, but a slow unraveling. Several factors led to its eventual downfall. Firstly, when Blockbuster ventured into the online business, it was already burdened with a hefty $1 billion debt. Blockbuster's debt became a thorn in its side, frustrating shareholders who questioned the company's decisions. With approximately $200 million poured into an unprofitable online venture, shareholders grew increasingly skeptical. As the plot thickens, another player enters the ring in the battle between Blockbuster and Netflix: Wall Street bigwig and activist investor Carl Icahn. By 2005, Icahn had snagged a juicy 10% stake in Blockbuster, earning him not one, not two, but 3 seats on the company's board. And boy, did he make his presence known. With laser-focused determination, Icahn set his sights on shaking things up at Blockbuster, aiming to boost its stock price faster than you can say streaming service. But Icahn and his board buddies weren't having it. They couldn't quite grasp the significance of building a robust digital platform in the ever-changing landscape of entertainment. It was a classic case of old-school thinking versus forward-looking innovation. Icahn swooped in to install his own puppet at the helm: James Keyes, the former CEO of 7-Eleven. Now, Keyes may have been a retail wizard, but when it came to navigating the digital frontier, he was a fish out of water. Icahn and Keyes had a different vision for Blockbuster. Under Keyes' watch, Blockbuster made a controversial move by resurrecting its dreaded late fees in 2010. Talk about rubbing salt in the wound. But wait, there's more trouble brewing on the horizon. Just as Blockbuster was grappling with its online missteps, the 2008 financial crisis struck like a sledgehammer, plunging the world into the Great Recession. Suddenly, Blockbuster found itself staring down a new adversary, one even more formidable than Netflix: a mountain of debt. The financial meltdown sent shockwaves through Wall Street, making lenders wary of extending credit. For Blockbuster, already burdened with a staggering $1 billion debt, it was a terrifying time to be swimming in red ink. James Keyes, Blockbuster's captain through the storm, later pointed the finger at the company's inability to secure Wall Street financing as the nail in the coffin. "That was the death blow to Blockbuster," Keyes lamented in 2018. By 2010, Blockbuster had no choice but to throw in the towel, filing for bankruptcy after years of struggling to chip away at its debt. Meanwhile, across town, Netflix was on a victory lap, boasting a whopping 20 million subscribers and expanding its empire overseas. John Antioco, Blockbuster's former CEO, looked back with regret, lamenting the missed opportunity. "If our online strategy had not been essentially abandoned," Antioco reflected, Blockbuster Online would have 10 million subscribers today, and we'd be rivaling Netflix for the leadership position in the internet downloading business. But hindsight is 2020. Blockbuster's failure to pivot to the digital realm ultimately sealed its fate. While Netflix soared to new heights, Blockbuster was left in the dust, a relic of a bygone era. As we bid farewell to Blockbuster, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons learned. In the cutthroat world of business, adaptability is key. Those who fail to innovate risk being left behind in the dustbin of history. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.